My London by Joe Coughlin, 18th of August 2023. Croydon mom was stuck in flat where she and her children were abused by ex-partner as council fails to rehouse her. According to a recent report, Croydon Council has been criticized by the local government and social care ombudsman for its failure to acknowledge claims a resident was at risk of domestic abuse in her home. The resident, known as Miss X in the report, was living in a one-bedroom flat with her three young children, using her living room as another bedroom. She told Croydon Council in March 2022 that her medical condition was being made worse by her current property, but received no response. Ms. X filed a formal complaint against the council in June 2022, asking to be moved as her ex-partner was domestically abusing her as he knew her address. She said her anxiety and physical health were being affected by the flat. The ombudsman said these urgent issues should have triggered the council to carry out a suitability assessment much earlier. The report said she had been a target of hate crime and antisocial behavior in the local area, including racist language being shouted at her and offensive graffiti painted on her fence. The property had various disrepair and health and safety issues, including intermittent lice and rodent infestations, broken bathroom tiles, which were falling on the children, a broken window, and toilet and sink blockages. The council responded a month later, saying it needed more information about the antisocial behavior and advised her to contact the pest control team about the rodents. She was also told to contact the allocation team if her flat was no longer suitable for medical reasons, but did not refer to the domestic abuse she had mentioned. Despite reassurances from the council, the report said Ms. X had to clean the graffiti from her fence herself. The council also reportedly failed to send a repairs inspector. The authority said it had no record of Ms. X contacting the pest team and that she did not give further information about the antisocial behavior and racial abuse she was experiencing until February 2023. The ombudsman said in their report that the delay in carrying out an inspection of the property had caused Ms. X avoidable frustration and distress. Ms. X contacted the council again in July to say she felt unsafe due to the domestic abuse she was experiencing and was told to contact the authority's suitability officer. The ombudsman was reportedly told by the council that Ms. X said a domestic abuse organization was handling the issue. Croydon Council responded to the complaint at the end of November 2022, saying hundreds of families have a higher priority than Ms. X on his housing register. The resident was also told a suitability assessment was being carried out on her flat. A domestic abuse risk assessment meeting held by local support services a few days later found that both Ms. X and her children were experiencing physical abuse from her ex-partner. Croydon Council's Children's Services reportedly began inquiries into the risks to Ms. X's children at this time. The council then told Ms. X in March of this year that her accommodation had challenges but was not unsuitable. It is recommended that she continue to use the living room as an extra bedroom and said that the flat was not overcrowded as Ms. X's children were under age 10. The authorities said Ms. X was responsible for repairing her falling bathroom tiles as they were minor repairs, but will send the damp and mold team to inspect the property. However, the ombudsman said this was never arranged. The council also reportedly did not comment further on the racial abuse Ms. X had experienced, as no additional information was given that it was aware a domestic abuse support charity was handling the abuse she had experienced. What are your thoughts on this story? Do you think the council acted in a negligible way? Kindly leave your comments. This has been Grace Opa for Rising Above Shadows of Abuse, Raza. Be safe and be positive. See you on our next show. Bye for now.